Oh hey guys, a little Usher today for us to start off our math video. Throwback to Dr. Conklin's old days. We are on page 42, my loves, and we're going to do a few practice problems and then do a few for homework tonight. So I'm going to start off by just giving you guys a minute to make sure you're on page 42, and we do need to write those tables. Sorry. So I already sort of pre-did them, so feel free to pause the video if you need to. We're going to start with our small triangle, which I want to remind you is this guy. Our medium triangle, which is going to be over here. We'll highlight that in a minute. And then our large one, let me use my highlighter, make it pretty. That's going to be the big one. Okay? So we're going to start by labeling that. And then what we're going to do, my friends, is label the short leg, long leg, and hypotenuse. Now the nice thing is you guys are going to have your notes to help you sort of recreate this if you need help with it. So let's fill in our table. So I'm looking just at the small triangle. Let me just highlight it in. We're looking just at this guy. So we have the short leg here. The long leg is this X. We don't know the hypotenuse, so I'm just going to leave it blank. Okay, now let's look at the medium-sized triangle. I'll color him yellow so we can see him. So let's do the same thing. Now this is much longer than this. So I'm going to put short leg is X, long leg is 20. And actually you could keep going and looking for parts, but you guys see how we have our little box here? Remember this? If we have our box, it means what? We're good to go. 8 over X equals X over 20. So once I have a proportion, I can cross multiply. I'm left with X squared equals 160. I take the square root, and it says simplest radical form. So X equals. Now, what perfect square is going to 160? It's staring at us, guys. It's calling you. Yeah, square root of 16. Square root of 16 times square root of 10 means X is 4 square root of 10. Okay? So that height would be 4 square root of 10. All right, let's do the same thing for this practice. So again, we're going to set up small, medium, large. Here's our small triangle. Our large guy is, or no, large. This is our medium. I hope I said it right in the other one. I'll go back and check her when I make the Edpuzzle for you guys. That's our medium triangle, and here's our large one. And again, the tip off you're going to need to use this chart, my friends, is that we have what? Right triangle in a right triangle, okay? So let's start by filling out the short leg, long leg, and H or hypotenuse, okay? So I'm in this guy here, and I see we have, this looks like the short leg. Now, we don't have this height here. But if I look across from the right angle, I have the hypotenuse. Oops. Oh boy. Okay, now the medium triangle, which I put in this like ugly sort of yellowy color, looks like I only have one piece to this one. Looks like I have the long leg. So let's put that, oh, it's right in the middle. It's like sort of tic-tac-toe, right guys? All right, now, if I look at our big guy, our big triangle here, that's this one. Okay, so be careful here. This is our short leg. Right here's our right angle, and actually maybe I'll just get rid of everything so you guys can see a little clearer. This is our short leg, is the X. But now, across from our right triangle, again, we're looking at the big triangle here. This whole piece is our hypotenuse. In order to find the hypotenuse, I need to take 14 and 6 and add them together. So our hypotenuse length here is 20. Now this is one where you might not see the box immediately, the proportions, but do you see how these are all sort of squares in the corner? Let me see. Sorry guys, I'm running out of room, so I'm just gonna bring them up here. Okay, so 6 over X equals, so again, 6 over X, this is our proportion, X over 20. Okay, so again, we're still on number 2, my loves. I'm going to cross multiply here. Oops, I don't like that color. So x squared equals 120. We take the square root. Now, this is a little harder. 120. Trying to think of some factors. 4 is a good one. Let me see if... So what I'm doing in my head, guys, is I'm sort of saying, okay, what goes into 120? I know 4 does. 16 does not. I think that's it, yeah. So I think what we're going to do is x equals square root of 4 times square root of 30. So x is 2 square root of 30. Okay, my loves? All right, now, for number 3, this is the one I'm going to ask you guys to try on your own. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video. Here's number 3. I want you to set the proportion up, or, you know, our little table friend up. Here's our small triangle. Here's our medium triangle. Here's our large triangle. Okay? So try that. Fill in your chart and we'll check it. Okay, so here's our chart. If you look at the chart, guys, you'll see that we have a little box here, right? So let's fill that in, make that into a proportion. Okay, we're going to cross multiply. So x squared equals, I gotta get my calculator out, my loves. 15 times 18 is 270. Okay, we're going to take the square root of 270. Now, I know our direction said here to do simplest radical form, but I do just want to review with you guys. What if I asked you to round to the nearest hundredths? Just because we've seen a couple, especially on our midterm, we saw a couple mistakes on that. So if I have like 16.43167, just a reminder, guys, the hundredths place, so this is the tenths, this is the hundredths, right? So what am I going to do to round here? I'm going to look back. The 1 is not going to push it up, so it's 16 point, oh, I was going to put 0.4, 0.3. Okay, so for homework today, and we are going to ask you guys to please take a picture of this homework. I'm going to have you turn to page 44. Now, where there's a lot of space here to do your tables, do not even think of trying to hand these out with the tables, my friend. I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 tables, okay? And we're going to check your work and see how we're doing before we even think about a quiz on this, because this is some tough stuff. You guys are doing awesome. All right, we got this. We're already in 3rd quarter. We can do this, okay? Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.